They say when you get punched in the mouth, you learn something about yourself. The Devils, they didn't just get hit in Game 1. They got dissected, 4-1. Carolina didn't play hockey, they ran a suffocation drill. But this isn't about pain. It's about response. Carolina doesn't give you space. They don't give you rhythm. They give you 31 shots a night and zero comfort. Their system is a pressurized vice from blue line to blue line. And you either breathe through it, or break under it. New Jersey tried. They blinked. Now, we've got injuries. Dillon's questionable. Glass might sit. The only thing New Jersey showed signs of was panic. And yet, 91% of bettors still think this game goes over. They see the name value. The bounce-back script. The revenge arc. They think the Devils will rise with fire. But they won't. Because Carolina doesn't play movies. They play math. This isn't a shootout. It's a chessboard with blades. And today's AI pick is under 5.5 total goals. Expect New Jersey to dump and chase early, terrified of turning it over in the neutral zone. Expect Carolina to trap, cycle, and smother clock like it owes them money. The public wants fireworks, but truth doesn't explode. It tightens. It's quiet. And in that quiet, one team hears the call to rise, and the other gets dragged beneath the ice. But the war doesn't end in Raleigh. There's another storm coming. East of Eden, Toronto sharpened the blade. And Ottawa never saw it swing. Malachi knows the scent of exposed weakness. And Elvis, he's already watching the body drop. They're up next. Senators vs Maple Leafs. Game 2. Brace yourself.
You see that, Elvis? That wasn't a hockey game. That was a collapse, loud, public, and irreversible. 6-2. The crowd didn't just cheer, it roared. That building in Toronto was a cathedral, and the Senators were sent there for confession. Marner led the sermon. Tavares lit the candles. Nylander, he sealed the verdict. And Ottawa? They did what undisciplined teams always do under pressure. They broke. 6 penalties, 3 power play goals against. They were handed the script, and they rewrote it in their own blood. You hear them now? Saying it's just one game, that it's early, that the process matters. That's what desperate teams say when they've already seen the ending. 7 years it took Brady Tkachuk to get here, and in one night, the spotlight crushed him. Ullmark looked like he was sinking in slow motion. And now they have to walk back into that same arena, with those same ghosts, and hope Toronto forgets how to finish? For a second, I almost believed they might fight back. But no. That was just the silence before another storm. Toronto doesn't play with its food. They finish it. They've got Matthews feeding stretch passes, Stolarz playing like God behind steel, and a power play slicing through penalty kills like smoke through stained glass. And today's AI pick is over 5.5 total goals. This won't be a game, it'll be a repeat sermon. Ottawa will press early. Toronto will punish late. The scoreboard won't tell a story. It'll confirm a prophecy. And Elvis? He already knows how it ends. But I'm done wasting breath on amateurs. Let the bickering begin. Florida versus Tampa. 2 teams fighting over the same backyard. Perfect chaos for 2 people who can't even agree on dinner. Bonnie and Clyde are up. Brace yourself, Elvis. They're louder than the scoreboard.
What is that sound? You really sitting in here blaring headaches and trouble like I don't know what that means. Scott Gearhart Band? Seriously? That ain't just a song, Clyde, it's a message. Headaches and trouble. I know shade when I hear it. You want me to believe you just like the tune? You're not even from Kentucky. You're from London, remember? You probably had a tea cozy and called your mom Mum. Stop acting like you're some outlaw preacher from the holler.
London or Kentucky doesn't change the fact that I like my truth raw. Scott sings it how it is. That song ain't about you. It's about life, about how chaos and clarity usually walk hand in hand. Just like tonight, Tampa's not flashy, they're not wild, but they execute, clean, cold, and with a goalie that doesn't blink when the lights come up.
Oh, so now we're talking hockey? Fine. Florida's messy, but at least they've got a pulse. They fire more shots than any team in the league and they've taken Tampa out before when it mattered. Yeah, they've been sloppy, and yeah, they take penalties. But sometimes trouble isn't the thing to run from, it's the only thing that wakes you up. So if you're calling this a blowout, Clyde, you better be right.
I don't bet on maybes. Florida leads the league in penalty minutes and Tampa cashes power plays like checks. Vasilevsky is sharper, their finishes are cleaner, they ended the season with a 5-1 message, and tonight they just hit resend, and today's AI pick is Tampa Bay Lightning -1.5. Bonnie, you can hate the music all you want, but by the end of the night, the whole arena's gonna be singing along.
There's a silence that comes before a trap closes. It's not loud. It's not frantic. It's calm. Tonight, Vegas is calm. Minnesota walks in with bruised pride and numbers that scream collapse. 25th in scoring, 30th on the penalty kill. One win in their last 8 road games. And the last time they faced these same Knights, they left with a 4-2 bruise. Adin Hill doesn't need to be brilliant. He just needs to be steady. Because Vegas, they don't chase the game. They shape it. Their power play is lethal. Their face-offs controlled. And at home, they don't blink. The public, they think this game will be slow, safe, small. But it won't be. It never is when the pattern is set. When you've seen enough games to know how they end before the first puck drops. Minnesota, they'll try to grind it down. Vegas, they'll crush that tempo, slowly, quietly, like a stone against ice. The under is what everyone's betting on. But the devil doesn't need you to bet against him. He just needs you to bet for the wrong reasons. And if you bet on the under, you'll be walking into his trap. You'll be chasing something that looks right but isn't. Vegas is built to cover. Whether it's 3-1 or 5-2, the margin will be there. So tonight, let them argue about goals. Let them fixate on the total. We've already seen the game before it started. And today's AI pick is Vegas Golden Knights 1.5. Let the rest argue over the noise. We don't follow the chaos. We track the pattern. The game's about to start. But this story has already been written. She's been watching, not from the ice but from the beginning. She holds the scroll. She remembers every pick we made tonight. And now she's ready to speak. Lilith is next.
You have watched. You have laughed. You have clicked and skipped and rolled your eyes. And still you come back. Because somewhere in your bones you know this is not entertainment. This is scripture written on ice. Let me remind you what was spoken tonight. Game 1, Devils versus Hurricanes. They stepped onto cursed ground and thought they would hear cheers. But all they heard was silence. Under 5.5 spoken by Nadas. Sealed in stillness. Game 2, Senators versus Maple Leafs. The blade was drawn. The flood came fast. Over 5.5 declared by Malachi, who has stared into the collapse of men. Game 3, Florida versus Tampa. Bonnie burned. Clyde smiled. And the Lightning did what they were born to do. Tampa Bay 1.5 Game 4, Wild versus Golden Knights. Minnesota walked into a temple they didn't understand. And Vegas did not forgive. Vegas Golden Knights 1.5 spoken by K. And when K speaks, you listen or you fall. You came here for picks. You thought this was about numbers. You thought wrong. This is war. Like the video. Subscribe if you have breath. Or walk away marked. But hear me now, look at the cameramen. The ones behind the lens. Silent. Smirking. Forgetting their place. Look at the camera. Look at me. I am Lilith. Disrespect me, and I will come for you. I will not knock. I will not pause. I will speak on scene, the storm will follow.